Yes. It's hot outside, man. It's nice. Weather cooling. You got your ice water up.
You know, I got my little beverage. I ain't got the ice water, but I
Got your
got the
little
cold
beverage, man.
beverage.
Hey, listen, man. I appreciate you for coming on the platform. This the weekly wrap up. So we just gonna talk about things going on all through the week. Man, but the most biggest thing that I reported on it yesterday, but it's the biggest thing of the day, is Thomas Crook. I call him the villain. The
Thomas
villain
Crooks.
that had enough balls to go and throw a shot at the president and think he gonna get away with it.
Did anybody else get injured during that melee?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Somebody
Okay.
definitely death. It was a death. You know what I mean? It definitely was a death. Sure enough.
Okay. Hmm. Sorry to hear that. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
ain't got no color in it. I don't understand. That's what they do. They'll mess up how things look.
Oh,
And they
you
got
know, like when
real
it's
foggy.
it's like blurry a little bit or something like that.
Yeah, it's real blurry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anybody know anything about this guy Thomas Crook and did any research on him? Let's get to it. I don't know.
Oh man, and I Pennsylvania. I travel there often, often, and it's a so state, and it's a little racist up there, but it's nice and peaceful if you're in your own lane. That's where and it's affordable housing up there. If you didn't know,
Very affordable.
yes, it's very affordable and peaceful up there. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the vigilance. You know, I was off the grid. I was in the wilderness all weekend. Like,
They saying they can't hear me.
they can't hear you.
Yeah, that's what they saying.
Can't hear you, Raw.
They say it's choppy,
Shot,
yo.
yo. Uh, no,
They
it's
said it's
good
good
now.
now. All
Yeah.
right.
Oh, yeah. Can you hear me good? Can you hear me clear? Can you hear me clear? All right, bro. Yeah.
Thomas Crook and the BG versus Turk and all that. Introduce yourself to the audience. Let them know who you are. Just I want to know. I want to know about you for the next 10 minutes. Who are you? What part of Baltimore? And tell me a little bit about your journey.
Oh man. I'm Lump, aka Lump. Real name Harold Duncan. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Lump0316 on Instagram. But I'm known for the petty ass podcast. This is what I had. I had a petty ass podcast with me and my co-host Reggie Curls, the celebrity. Right now he's not here because he's on tour with Cat Williams and Monique right now. So he's really trying to get it rocking and rolling for not only me and him, to bring people in. So he left. He came to Baltimore to try to get established again. And he left again because it ain't moved fast enough. All right. Now, I have a clothing line, Harm City Wear, and Harm City Wear for women, sexy, Harm City Sexy Wear. So, and I'm from West Baltimore, born and raised, Zone 15. I don't have to say no more if you don't know what Zone 15 is. So, this
No, but you let them know because there be people all over the world on here. Tell them what 1 5 with my gun high, but let them know. They know.
All right,
Ain't
man.
no.
Zone 15 is Park Heights. If you come
Let's
to
go.
Baltimore, if somebody from Baltimore, they don't know about Park Heights, they will tell you about Park Heights. Now, not only do you got a good part of Park Heights where the Jew area is, that's where, it's segregated. They make sure that's protected up there. That's past the racetrack. That's the good part of Baltimore,
Past Norton
y'all.
Parkway.
Yeah, above Northern
Once you
Parkway,
cross
right?
Norton Parkway, it's a whole different neighborhood.
It's a whole different scenery, and you know it.
Yes,
All the way
sir.
down to Park Sausages' mom, the
Yes,
Park
sir.
Circle. Now, yeah, man, and I'm a mentor, man. We just was on a mentor excursion in the wilderness, man. We was giving back. We got different platforms. We got Goons Talk. Goons Talk. It sounds rugged, but it's not. It's giving our own narrative sincerely. You feel me? That's having dialogue for the youth, well as grown men. Grown men need talk too, from where we come from. By being in the trenches. Then we got common dialogue, and that's down to YMCA on Tuesdays. So if you got any youth that needs to be talked to and need mentorship, bring them down to the YMCA down at McMicken. McMicken off of Drew Hill, McCullough. All right. And then we got Hill up Preakness Way. Is a safe environment, and it got women and females. Whereas though you get a lot of insight and good topics. All I can say about that. That was my first time really chiming in up there. So you asked me something. Then if I just explain what I.
No. So, what it was like growing up for you at Park Heights? What some of the schools you went to?
Oh man, I went to. There's only really two schools up Park Heights, and that's Green Spring and Pimlico. No, it's Garrison. I'm right, but that's across the tracks. That's not really considered Park Heights across the tracks, but it's still the zone. All right, that really goes into zone 16. So Pimlico and Green Spring. You get put out of Pimlico, you gotta go down the bottom. That's Green Spring. That's dangerous if you come from the top, because that was segregated. But I got put out and I had to go down there and fend for myself as men do.
I was
So,
the opposite. I got put out of Green Spring, had to go to Pimlico.
oh shit.
Yeah, and being from Wrightstown in Virginia, we didn't have no school that we all could click up in. Like, so we was never clicked hard in one school. Like down bottom, Dr. King and Green Spring was their school.
Right.
In the middle was Edgecombe and Pimlico Elementary.
Right.
Then for a lot of Belvedere, St. Charles, dude, it was Pimlico. So for us in the middle, we ain't had no, we didn't have, we couldn't really control the school population. So, that's my thing with it. We couldn't get what we wanted to get out of it.
Yeah, shout out to St. Charles. You threw that now. I ain't just think you would just throw a name. You threw St. Charles out there. That's the street I was born and raised from when they first started. St. Charles. St. Charles and Belvedere. All right, so I went to Pimlico. I got put out of all city schools, so I had to go to the county school. And that was Woodlawn. Got put out of Woodlawn. I had to go to another county school, Johnny K. Then I straightened up a little bit, went to Woodlawn Senior High. Then I graduated from there. And then that was the end of my journey for school. No, somewhat. I went to CCB. It was called CCB back then. It's Community College of Baltimore on Liberty Heights.
So you don't when it life take a twist for you?
When my brother got killed at Park Heights. So that's when my brother was born and raised up Park Heights too, and he got killed at Park Heights, and it spiraled me out of control because that was my idol and my mentor. So he had so much clout that I was getting away with murder. As far as I could get in any club, and I wasn't old enough, and I still just by going off of his name. Then he had he was like, he was known. He had the first cars that you could have, back then, like Forerunners and Crestas and Maximas, was the shit if you get them when you was back then and there. You know, that was like the paid in full time. You know, so once he passed away, I had to fend for myself. Now, not only did I have to fend for myself, I got hot up there, so I had to relocate down to my grandmother neighborhood, which is north of Pulaski. And that's when me and your road dog Dre, we tight from day one. You know, you was giving them shout outs. My man Chopper C Dre. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's my grandmother neighborhood. And that was just as treacherous as Park Heights, north of Pulaski. If nobody know, it's still West Baltimore, and that give you an eye opener. So that's how you know, that's my story as far as that. I spiraled out of control because of that death, and I went to prison for 21 and a
How
half
old was you
years.
when you went to prison?
I went to prison. You said when?
How old was you?
I was 24.
And that's when you caught your big bit?
Yeah, my big bit and my only bit. And my only bit that I'm
So that
ever
was
going
your
to get.
first bit?
Huh?
That was your first bit?
Yeah, that was my first bit. I wasn't no bitter. You know what I mean, I'm
Dang.
gonna pay to get out of the trouble. You know, you use Paul Palansky, he was jumping, Billy Murphy was jumping. You pay that money, you're gonna get out of trouble. You're gonna, you know.
That's all Dre used to talk about, Paul Pulaski.
Yeah.
That's all we used to have. We tell me the stories.
You spend
So
that bread.
how much time you caught?
I caught 30 years. 30 years. And well, all of it I caught 30, 25, and 20. All of them ran concurrent with the 30. So it all, you know, I made out by all going together. So they gave me 30. I did 21.
And so what that like catching a double under the age of 30 and never, like you said, you done paid your way out and you ain't never, had to stay as long as you're in. Now you realize you here for the long run. What was that feeling? Take me through that.
Man, I take you through the first of all, if you make it through the city jail,
yeah, you can
during
make
that
it
time,
anywhere.
you can make it anywhere in any system. I think even out of state, you make it through the city jail of Baltimore. So that prepares you for the well, it prepares you to know that you get ready to be in some real situation. Far as violence. But when you get to the prison system, it's a whole different animal. As far as the cut, that's where they sent me. They mostly sent me places. I had a number, but they sent me because of it's like a number system. Your security level. So they sending me with lifers and stuff like that. And I'm like, why would I get sent to people that life and double life and triple life? These people that's actually eating people, cannibals. You ever heard that? We got cannibals from Baltimore.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes. So that's where they sent me at. Fresh off the bus, the Bluebird. And man, to the house. The cut. It's called the cut, your hole. Yeah. I don't yeah, man, it's so many stories that I could say about that, right? I don't even know if we had enough time to tell you 21 and a half years of stories. But if you ask me a question that you wanted to hear the gruesomest story or something like that, I could shortcode it. But I'll try not to glamorize that, right? Because it shouldn't be glamorized.
No. And I want to say, I never got it formally to say it, but just welcome home. And man, I see your effort, and I'm definitely proud of what you're doing. Your service to humanity is just beautiful, bro. It's beautiful, and I got nothing but love and respect. But what we got to do is that it's a lot of dudes that's leading the pack that don't understand, that never been through nothing. You know what I mean? So I don't bring, the ex-convicts around for them to glorify that, because you got your glory in the joint. You know what I mean? When you got your first fights, or when you slung that iron, you know what I'm saying? So you got your glorified that it's the ones that's hit it to do that 20, 21 years. It's the ones that hit it that I like to tell them, look, bro, ready to tell you how it really was and how it can get. A lot of these dudes think because they see a lot of the jailhouse videos and YouTube and Facebook that they think that the prison is like that, and the prison is absolutely not like that.
All
It's
right, so
absolutely not like that. It's absolutely not like
all right,
that.
so what I could touch on, right? I could touch on. I was a mentor inside the system, right, for the youth when they come in there. You can't. You hear me? You went out.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, I was a mentor for the for the youth when they come in there to let you know that you didn't have to join a gang. You can survive. I was a civilian, so say civilian in there, stand alone,
Uh-huh.
show you that you can stand alone and be a
Good.
man, and you ain't got to be following where as though you're gonna run your time up. So I had curriculums wrote down, pamphlets and stuff for the young youth that that shouldn't be preyed on when they come into the jail system. But when people see the numbers and they want to go where the numbers are, and that's different gangs. What gang is bigger? And they slide. People gravitate when you got numbers. You got people jumping out there thinking they're gonna be protected, but they don't know that I don't care what gang you in. If you come to the wrong brother, you're gonna have to deal with the consequences. It's like he's gonna have to deal with the consequences after he deal with you because you jumped out there because you were the organization because they got numbers. It
Yeah,
doesn't
facts.
work like that in the real situations. All right. Yeah, it is. It's definitely dangerous in the prison system, but it's really guarded now because it's like tier concept and stuff like that. Now they got cameras everywhere. They got cameras everywhere, and they segregating. Like since that COVID, they only letting people out at certain 6 cells at a time and stuff like that, and monitor the phones. Now the phones are monitored by the police, and so it's helpful to make it safer for that, but it's tighter, and you really I can't say how it is now because I've been home for like 4 years now. Full, yeah. So yeah. But the real is um, when I was locked up, when I came in, it wasn't no gangs popular like that. It was still cliques. You know how we go by cliques in neighborhoods.
Hawkeyes.
Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, East Boston.
Tell you a neighborhood.
No, you might have down the hill. They might say down the hill. Bradford, Homebook, East. Greenmount always was going to be standing out alone. Greenmount and where they I'm going to say Bel Air Road, York Road, and
Hmm.
shit like that. The Cave Boys. They made as though you ain't just going to say East Baltimore. You are going to say where they from if you from that area. That's what I can speak about the East Baltimore, how they would carry it like that, right? In there.
So
So
early on, like when you first got into your bit, early on, just being under the age of 30 and then going in the Maryland House of Correction, whereas though the inmates literally ran the jail. Like if it was going down, wasn't nobody that could save. You know what I'm saying? You know that, I know that. I never been in a cut, but when we was coming through and they shut the cut down, and remember they opened it back up and they was telling everybody go on the cut, you're gonna get the jobs, you're gonna be a working man. Motherfuckers was signing up for that joint, ending up in the middle of nowhere. So I remember the transition with that, but I remember a lot of dudes was happy that they closed that building.
yes, because that was a death trap. You didn't have cameras and stuff like that. You got blind spots, and then a lot of people, they getting you run into beefs that was in different jails, and you come in there. The police they ain't going in them blind spots because they in danger too. You get
Mhm.
police getting killed in there as well, like
Right.
getting the fur tore out because you might got super cops. They doing too much.
Mhm.
They want to harass a motherfucker when he minding his business, keep on shaking his cell down and knowing they don't have nothing, doing bullshit like that. Um, so the police was this is endangered just as well as the convicts.
Yeah.
So, but like I'm saying, the next terrible worse jail than that was the annex. It's called the annex, and that's
The
now
JCI,
it's
right?
called JCI, but it was
Yeah.
annex and it's called Outback. You hear me? Yeah. Now that's where they moved me from there back and forth like a ping pong from back and there, and that's where that's when you go out back. That's where it's real serious. It's real serious. Where as though your back got to be against the wall most of the time. Yeah, like it's men that they got letters and you got to honor. They treat you like men if you come in there, but if you fuck up, you get dealt with. Simple as that. As far as that, Outback and Outback Annex, JCI now. That's what it's called, but it's not like that no more.
I went in that joint when they start calling the JCI.
Yeah, yeah.
In '09 and shit. I went in there in '09 and shit. It was still dudes moving around, but that's when they backed the bus up there. I remember we was going into JCI and they was like, yeah, how we got them out of here is we backed the bus up. They thought they was going MCIJ and they was sending dudes out of town and up McMillan Highway. You
But
know what I mean?
let me say this one thing, right? You know what people don't understand when we transition back, coming back to try to get back into society. You got to go through people say central laundry. Central laundry is the worst transition in jail. Like it is actually dangerous. Dangerous is like then what I'm saying about the cut and stuff because these people ain't never been to a structured jail or understanding the real dynamics of your life is in danger. And they lock you in these dorms where as though you can't escape. Locking dorms and doors where as though you can't escape, and you got 50 to 100 people in there slinging iron, and you slinging iron, not knowing that you slinging iron, you gonna kill somebody. You get ready to go in the big house for the rest of your life, but they ain't thinking like this. They on the orange, orange, the orange.
Yeah, that
The
man.
store.
Hey,
Hey,
hey, bye.
hey,
Yeah, yeah, I say sure it is.
yeah,
I coming through that motherfucker. I say sure. That's what I said when I first went to camp. After I was on the tier with Dre for years, Hagerstown. After I went in the first camp they sent me to, I went from the old jail to Outback, the JCI, and then Patuxent. I come from Patuxent over to the goddamn Brock Bridge. Man, I told them people pack me up and send me back up to Hagerstown. I said, Miss, you
yeah,
saying going in with all these men sleeping over top of you at I done been to all these jails.
right,
Somebody going down that motherfucker. Like, what the fuck is y'all talking about? 4 fans for the whole dome? I need my fan, baby. Like,
yeah,
y'all got plugs in there. We need our shit.
yes.
Situation, then you was on it full of lifers.
Yeah, that's exactly what that give you the eye opener. And then this you talking about people that did mad time and they come into transition into stuff like this. You guys sit on the bunks where those like
Yeah,
people got their feet over top of your head. You got the
yeah,
bottom bunk. I don't even want the bottom bunk. I want the
right,
top bunk. Damn. Shit.
right.
Feet stinking feet all over your face and shit. And then they keep on jumping up and down on the bunk. And you gotta learn how to adapt to this because you want to come home. And that shit
And
is
then them
that's
little niggas acting like they got 5 and under, acting like they got a 30 ball, like shorty. This is what we
exactly.
supposed to be chilling at. You treating it like you got more time than what it is. And I'm here to tell you, yo, and then they jumping on people like what you were saying earlier, like, oh, yo, if you go up the road, you ain't gonna have that same power because your OG gonna tell you go face that man with that knife and that cell, and everybody ain't getting in there because of you. It's a
Yeah,
different ball game. And then
exactly.
the last time I was in there, I was like, I knew it was my last time being in prison because I had too much, I had a little rhythm that I never got in jail that I never wanted because I had to go to the police and tell them that, look, I'm a man. I don't sniff boots, I don't smoke K2, and I don't smoke tobacco. So I don't want y'all talking to me and treating me like y'all treat everybody else because I see this as a playground. You know what I
Uh,
mean? On my last bit, I said, man, in 2008, I see this as a playground. I see this as a joke to y'all, and that's how y'all treating these niggas, because everybody like this. or
Yeah.
dudes having an epi. Like, oh no, all of us ain't having epis,
Yeah.
baby. African man, all of us don't play like that. So
Right.
you know what I mean? That was my experience with it. So you go ahead and finish. So when you had 30 years and your 10th years of your sentence, I have to ask you, did you see the end of it? When did you recognize the end of it?
No, man, I recognized the end of it. You know, I came out and I was on work release. A CO lied on me, and I got well, her CO named Mitchell and Moore, a Lieutenant Moore. They lied and wrote a fake ass ticket on me, right? And it sent me back up Hagerstown for 2 years. They ain't find no contraband, no nothing. Just say I swallowed an object. This was what's written on the ticket. So by me saying, "What the fuck is you talking about? I ain't doing no boofing. I ain't swallowing nothing. It ain't enough money for me to even try to for some cigarettes to mess my freedom up." And the logic is not hitting to them like that, right? So I go they send me back up Roxbury, and I gotta fight all these tickets to go to the IGO and all the way up to try to get, because they canceled my parole and all that.
Damn.
Yeah, because a CO wrote the ticket up, and all me disobeying the order. That's what I got found guilty for saying, "What the fuck is you talking about?" That's disobeying the order. You hear me? No contraband, no paraphernalia, no nothing. And then
Damn.
I'm right now, our Congressman Elijah Cummings and all them, and telling them that I'm wrongly convicted, and I had to do the extra 2 years, 2 years
Damn.
of for nothing. I could be bitter. You hear me? I could have been bitter. They sent me right back to the same jail. The
What jail was
person,
that?
B.C.C.
Oh my God. So I know you was talking about
on Green Man,
Mitchell,
B.C.C.
tall,
on
dark
Green,
skinned CO.
huh?
Mitchell, tall, dark skinned CO.
No, this is a butch with dreads. That's her.
Oh yeah,
She
yeah,
fat.
yeah. She worked BPRU and BCCC.
Wherever
Got
she
got
work
the
at.
got the fade, got the ball. Got it all faded up in the back. Yeah.
I don't know how
I
she
think
got
she
it
got a
now.
breast cut. She got a breast cut off, huh? Look just like a nigga.
Oh, well, I don't know how she look now. But look, they sent me back into the jail after the 2 years. Now, these are the people that wrote the ticket. They don't even know they put me out of the jail when the major wasn't in there. First of all, that was illegal. I got out of there within an hour straight. Just because of my jacket. They sent me out with an hour straight. After I was in the butt naked, you know how they put you in the butt naked thing
Yeah.
to make sure you can't shit or nothing. Because if you got something on you, you can't get rid of it.
Right.
I was in that cell too. Ain't nothing. They ain't had nothing. All right. They sent me back to that jail. Now, now in the jail, they don't even know it's me back in the jail. Now, if I'm on my violent shit and retaliate because they so naive, they getting away with doing this too much to people that they blind and oblivious of what the real situation is.
Right.
I had to take it upon myself. I'm a changed man, but I'm still wanting to go home. I'm sitting there looking at you. And like you don't even know what you did. You fucked
Right.
somebody's life up 2 years and set them back 2 years because you lied on the ticket. So I'm free now, man. God bless that person because then I seen the other one up Security Mall. How you doing? You don't even know who you speaking to, do you? The other one. They conspired to write the ticket. You feel me? So that's my testament on that, man.
So man, the last question before we get into other stuff. When did you change in prison? When did you grow up? How old was you when you grew up? Because that's an important question because I know how old I was when I grew up. I was 30. 'Cause I went to jail at the same age, at 25. I was 30 years old when I realized and meeting dudes like Whitey and Marshall and dudes that had longer than I've been living in prison. You get what I'm saying? To realize, bro, this ain't the ride what I want. You get what I'm saying? This ain't what I want. So I grew up and started reading, got myself together, man. Pulled my pants up, fixed my back and start walking straight. You get what I'm saying? And start hanging out with dudes that was educating and was teaching. So I was 30 years old when I became a man, and I became that man in prison.
Oh, all right, let me dive in. Look, when I first went in, and I still was wild when I went in there. I thought I was bad, invincible. Prison really saved my life because I was out here being reckless. You know, you see everybody from the street when you go into prison. You had
Right,
the beefs with the neighborhood beefs. You're going to run into them in prison.
right.
So now, if I didn't, I had three neighborhoods that I'm tied to, and that's Park Heights, Norfolk, Pulaski, and Lexington Terrace, because I got family in all three of these areas. So
Hmm.
this made me have a more advantage, advantage whereas though I know how to deal with all types of caliber of people different because it's different neighborhoods, it's different, like the projects is different. In the buildings, you riding around, you walking around in the building, you learning with how to stay in your lane. And then in the neighborhoods, you knowing what lanes with like Park Heights, you knowing where areas where you can't go in. I don't even know if you remember, but the dangerous part of Park Heights was Palmer Court.
Oh, you got that right. I was just ready to say
Uh,
Delaware.
yeah, Palmer
Delaware,
Court.
Palmer Court, Woodland Avenue, all that.
Yeah,
But when you say Palmer Court, you putting in the middle of, you might as well say from Garrison to that
Garrison
part
and
of
Palmer.
Virginia. That was serious. You get what I'm saying? From Garrison, just imagine if you take Garrison up, go around Pimlico, come down Virginia, that whole patch that they knocked down. That was a motherfucking serious place, shorty.
All right. Now, I just gave you three dynamics, but when I realized that I wasn't the baddest motherfucker when I got you seeing real motherfuckers that's bad in the joint. That's they you got an eye opener, nigga. You ain't tough. You ain't tough. You ain't got that. You ain't. Can you fight without the knife? Can you fight without the gun? Can you you locked in the cell and you can't call nobody. You gotta fend for yourself. You gotta learn how to rumble in the jungle. You can't be howling and screaming through the door. CO come opening the door. You tainted for the rest of your life throwing your whole bit. You go to the bubble and knock on it. You tainted. You tag. You flag now. Somebody's going to see you in the jail that know that you checked in. You went there. You went there. Wherever jail you got, somebody seeing you check in
Check in. Yeah.
and it is following your jacket. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't want that label on you. And I realized that you got to straighten up because you could die in jail. You will die in jail
Go
when
down jail.
it's a snap of the finger. You get caught in the blind spot. You get
Yes,
in the
go.
court. Yeah. So when I realized that you could die in jail just as easily you could die on the street, you better straighten up. You ain't the Billy Badass like you was. You got an advantage on the street because you carrying that gun and you running around. But in there, you stationary.
Yeah.
So this an
Teach
eye
you
opener.
manners. You're gonna learn. If you never said excuse me or had no respect for your father, your grandfather, your uncle, you're gonna have some respect for these men, I promise you.
Yeah, you
You know
will.
what I mean?
You will. And then I had, like you said, I had mentors in there, old heads when I come in that give you the structure. I don't know. We got a legend that from Park Heights. His name is Butt Butt. That was my. I grew up with him, right? Yeah. So that was my structure, and I had structure from different neighborhoods, like I was telling you, that really established before I got there, and tells me the ins and outs. You know, and how I need to carry it and how I was carrying it. So it put me in the perspective. Stay in that library. That's what they tell you. Stay in the library. You could get this time back. Well, it wasn't my case though. I had to do the time.
Yeah.
that library, I stayed in that motherfucker, but they wasn't trying to give me no rhythm. But for a lot of people, did get rhythm staying in that library though. You feel me?
Yeah, the library is real important, and that's a place where I only had 14 years, so I didn't. It felt like forever.
Man, a
Cell
year
buddy.
is a lot of time. 14
Yeah,
years
but
is
listen though, my
that's
cell buddy was real polite. I get up. I started out with 7 years, and I caught 7 years consecutive. Greg Bernstein, father or uncle Charles Bernstein, gave me a consecutive sentence in like 2007. So when I get up Hagerstown and shit, my bunk buddy's cell was real clean. My bunk buddy was real polite. So I was his bunk buddy for about 60 days, and he asked me. He said, "You saying you got to fight like a man? Ain't nobody made."
yeah.
Because he was real nice and cool. He like how much he like out the bunk, poke my chest out. I got 14 years. Man, look me back in my eyes and you a short time. So I waited about 3 weeks. 3 weeks go by, I asked him the same exact way. Bunk buddy, may I ask you a question? And he
Yeah.
said, sure, bunk buddy, ask you what you want. I said, how much time you got? He got off the bunk and said 58 years. When they hit the door in the morning, I called my grandmother and said, what's going on with my modification? I said, my punk buddy got 58 years.
Yeah.
He got more time than my fucking father been living. What
Yeah.
the fuck? I need out of here. Grandma, what the fuck? That boy got 58 years with Aiden. And we was the same age. Like, what the fuck? He 27. I'm 27. He been locked up since he was 18. Got
Yeah.
9 in on 58. Caught a 50-year bid for murder and 8 years for stabbing out ECI. You know what I mean? That's when I seen the difference. And he was telling me, like, yo, shit, there's a bunch of niggas on the tier, got a lot of time and shit. And that's when it was like an eye opener because it's one of them things like, man, you can die in this motherfucker, man. I seen a nigga get a motherfucking knife, put in his shit. Like, shit, bro, you know what I'm saying? And that was the eye opener. And that nigga, one of the biggest eye opener was hearing grown men moan at night. I tell dudes listen to that Beanie Siegel shit just for the rap shit. You ain't never heard a grown man moan at night. You know what I mean? Really moaning like a motherfucking woman. You get what I'm saying? Like this is a whole different ball game. And it's like I tell people, yo, prison is 90% mental and 10% physical, bro. I promise you. These niggas will trick you. These niggas read 5,000 books. These niggas' words is on point. These niggas will trick you. And if you green, I seen a lot of green boys go for it. You get what I'm saying? You did too. Seen a lot of green boys go for it and befriend this motherfucker that been in here 30 years. And now y'all a little bit more than friends, man. Like I seen it, man. I seen it.
See, that's what I was saying when I was giving back while I was in there doing my time. Like when I was said I was mentoring in there. Just
Right.
so people won't get preyed upon as the young, because I have young people when they call me in there, it's like my son coming in there, they coming out back. Can you look out for him or something like that? I was like, I could speak to him, but as far as them, they first of all they're gonna put him, if he's not above age, they're gonna put him on PC into a certain amount of time until he come off. Because I had people call me like that, he coming out there, he got this much time. Oh, he's not going to be put in population. He's going to be on not do because he checked in, but this is to protect him because he's not ready for that.
Get him ready for that compound. That's how they used to do it out JCI. You know what I mean? Let you sit 6 or 7 months, you couldn't even sign off, and then they see if you ready or big enough or get your weight up. Because it was a Shark Tank. Hollywood, my man Hollywood, how we met. 26
Hollywood?
years.
Hollywood from Lexington.
Mark Hollingsworth. Mark Hollingsworth.
No, I don't know about that real name. I don't know.
No, that's how Ken. That's how he reached out to you.
Oh,
Black
that's
Hollywood.
Kenny. Kenny reached out to me. Kenny Bond.
Yeah, because Hollywood asked about you.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I got you.
He did a lot of time down JCI.
All right.
Oh, short dark skin Hollywood.
Short Dawson. That Hollywood from the. All right, now that Hollywood
Yeah,
from
from
the
Mount
village.
Holly to down the junction.
Yeah, he from the village.
Oh,
All right. Yeah, I know what you talk about. I know
right.
you talk about muscle chop, little dark Hollywood. I got
yeah,
you.
Yeah.
Right.
He been down 26 years, man. He
Shout
working
out to
again.
you, Hollywood. I didn't mean to mess it up like that, shorty. but she giving you the junction, the Mount Holly. You mean Mount Holly
Yeah,
or Wildwood Parkway? That's what
yeah,
she mean.
yeah,
Yeah, all right. You right. You got it.
yeah.
I
So they
apologize.
ain't got, what I mean, they ain't got, but that's my guy, and I be wanting him to get on the podcast more and more to tell him to tell the youth, because my thing is, it be niggas out here. I say, and you can piggyback off me. Like I say, if a nigga tell you this, look, when you take this pistol and go kill, but if you get found guilty, you're gonna get a life bit, and I ain't gonna be hollering at you. Your mother and them the only one gonna be in court because I'm not coming to court. And then the little bitch, I might fuck the little bitch. If a nigga tell a nigga the story on how he really gonna carry, a lot of these niggas wouldn't
Yeah,
do it, bro. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Because I'm here to tell you, bro, like it ain't the homie's fault, because life keep going when you go to prison. And that's when I told you I grew up in prison, when I used to be throwing tantrums and niggas be like, niggas don't owe you nothing uptown. That's what niggas told me. Like, shorty, I've been down for 20 years for a nigga, bro. I don't be looking for niggas to do me nothing. I should have had my shit right. So that was the transition, hearing the story from men that been through that shit without the homeboys having a mentor. You know what I mean? A couple older niggas was mentored by the joint. Dre was one of them. You know what I mean?
look,
Dre was a real nigga. I liked the Dre style. He had a lot of time, and I liked his style. I used to, in prison, we watched. Before I ever said a word to Dre, I watched him for a year. I watched how people respected him. I watched how he moved. He wasn't in the gang. All the gang niggas respected him. He had a good job. The staff respected him. He was always making the right moves. And
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And I try to imitate dudes like that, being young in prison. He already had a lot of time in already. I looked at dudes like that and kind of like mimicked the way I was moving in prison. You get what I'm
yeah,
saying? Because, some of the wanted to be like in prison.
all right. So when you say man, that's what you had to learn though. You had to learn how to gravitate and feel people out. During your journey. That
Mm-hmm.
that that goes through it all. But yeah, you want to touch you want to touch on that Trump situation before we
Yes,
wrap
yes. How
up
you
or
feel
what?
about that? Yes.
Man, first of all, like I told you, I was in the wilderness, so I really did. I tried to catch up today when I returned. I just returned today, so all I heard was, that it was assassination on his life,
Uh-huh.
and I seen the blood on his ear and stuff like that, and I was like, how did somebody get that close to the president from the Secret Service? If it wasn't a scope or something, how can he get that close to try to attempt any kind of assassination? This is the president. If it could be done to Trump, just imagine what when Obama was in place. So
They
I
didn't
don't
make
know,
a
man.
attempt on Obama life because Obama was in compliance. When you not in compliance with the way the train going, you know what I'm saying, you become a problem. So they were saying that the same thing I said in the uh the show that I did last night. I said that Secret Services can protect everything, but when you got a venue with tens and thousands of people, bro, somebody gonna get something passed. Especially, people mastered that, how to get something passed. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, they got something passed, and they killed the dude. His name is Thomas Crook. They killed him. He got
Thomas
killed, but he
Crook.
killed somebody. Yeah, he killed
You
somebody.
mean Thomas Cross or Crook? Which one you
His
saying?
name's
What you
Crook.
say?
His name Crook.
Crook?
Yeah, Crooks. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And your white boy
Dang.
look like he ain't no older than 20.
Oh yeah.
Because all these pictures they got of is his high school pictures and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I see how the hell you get that AR with it say 5.6. I seen the number. It ain't no AR-15. It say AR-5.56, something
You got
like
the
that.
right to bear arms in Pennsylvania. People walk around with their Glocks on their hips in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, well, that's an assault rifle.
You
It
can walk
wasn't
around with an assault rifle on you in Pennsylvania if it's legal.
at a rally. I don't know. That's what I see now. You see what happens when you walk around with an assault rifle and in a rally and you going against the Trump. I don't know.
Suicide mission. He was on a suicide mission. He wanted to die that day. Because regardless if he got the gun in there, he knew he wasn't making it out alive. That's impossible.
I don't know. I beg the difference. I think if he would have put it down or something, because of his skin color, they probably would have just apprehended him. That's
no,
what
he killed somebody
think.
before. I guess when he was throwing the shots at the president, he killed one of the people that was there to support the president. You know, he let that joint go. He upped it, and he definitely left there with a body. He got bodied, but you know what I'm saying? They killed him. They used the word neutralized. He was neutralized. So he was neutralized. Yeah, you know what I mean? And hey, it was the one of his own kind to try to hit him. You feel
All right,
me?
so do you think it was set up for something, is a conspiracy theory that is to get more followers for Trump since he didn't get killed or wounded real harmfully? Do you think it's something with it?
Lump, you know you out the earth and I'm out of, right? And you understand this. For your 21 years of prison and being back from leaving in 1999, coming back out here in 2020. Sense. The way these motherfuckers moving out here, bro, I can't put nothing past nothing. So many people fake fight for views, start fake beefs. I don't know, bro. I don't know a dude to take a fake headshot, man, to get publicity and money. So I don't know. I know I wouldn't tell somebody to put a tip on my life for supporters. Fuck no. Because it can go wrong. You know what I'm saying? It can go wrong.
Yeah.
It can go wrong. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't put nothing past it. Yo, it's a world of social media. The man was on TV, hundreds of cameras watching. Somebody tried to kill him. That's a hell of a publicity stunt, if it is a publicity stunt. I mean, come on, the former president, been in more news than goddamn the crooked cops, the gun trace task force. Boy been convicted of a felony. Boy still running for president. Boy getting banged on at rallies. He's an outlaw. He sent the goons in the White House. The boy an outlaw. He's a his story's a hell of a story, Donald Trump. Ever since he became president,
are you voting for him? Are you going to vote for him? Are you going to vote
vote at all?
You know, you can't vote, or they took.
I mean, I could vote. You know, they letting us vote, but I don't do it. And my reason is I had a first cousin that was in politics, and he ain't never do shit for the family. So I know good and goddamn well he ain't gonna do shit for the people. So you know, when my cousin was running and my grandmother out there was voting and shit, we had illegal gas and electric. This nigga was in office, so I don't be believing in him like that. You know, people in office, I just don't. I don't believe in them like that to take time out my day to go cast a vote. I ain't into it like that.
I don't know, but as I told you my story about the CO, right? It just had me just take a perspective on the system is crooked. Everything about the system is crooked, ins and outs.
Right. So the system is crooked. What makes us think that the votes really count? You feel me? The system crooked. So what are we voting for? If we believe in our heart is corrupt, and so why would the corruption stop at the voting polls? You feel me?
All right, see, but what opened my eyes. You know when the state's attorney Mosby and they try to crucifix her for trying to do the right thing, standing firm.
That's
and
what
then
happens.
they try to take her down. After that, was like, yeah, she went toe to toe with the opposite. And this is what the outcome is. So I know it's good people in the office that's doing the right thing. So we got to commend them. We got to commend them. But
in the government, 20 of them come pensions, but they overpowered. They overpowered by to 80%. You know, it's not all correctional officers not fucked up, but they
Right.
overpowered by the 80%. You know, the majority rules. The majority of the niggas is on some fuck shit. So
Right.
the 20 people that's in office that's on that good shit, they either gotta just overlook what the fuck bullshit going on or get Marilyn Mosley, get Sheila Dixon, get Captain Prude. They love crucifying the black man and the black woman on television. Any little thing you do in office when you helping the people, like if you helping the people, you can't be human because I see my screen turn black. That's how I get on
Yeah.
YouTube, but I'm still here.
I see you now. Oh, we got a comment. He said he said he had a scope on that motherfucker.
Yeah, he was definitely trying to hit him because he tapped his ear.
He had a scope on it. I just seen that comment.
Yeah,
He was
amateur
an
sniper.
amateur
Look at the
sniper.
picture. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my man Ball out. You know what I mean?
Uh,
Yep. The sniper, the sniper did some wild stuff, man. You know what I mean?
yeah.
The sniper. So something else that's hot in the news. Rapper BG. So I know you come out of that era with the Hot Boys and you know who BG is and Turk. They yacking.
The Yakin.
Yeah, they yacking. They going back and forth about I don't know, man. They just
But
I don't
they just
know.
was on tour together. The Cash Money tour was on
No,
together.
no, everybody but Turk. That's what it's about. Cash Money, Birdman, Lil Wayne, BG. It wasn't no Turk. Turk wasn't with him.
So it ain't come out why Turk standing firm.
Oh man, he supposed to did some shit he wasn't supposed to do.
Uh,
From my
so
understanding, like he did some shit.
yeah, I ain't gonna touch on that because I ain't do no research on it, and I don't really know. And I ain't really followed the Hot Boys. I was a No Limit soldier when they was jumping, so you had to pick a side. I chose the No Limit side instead of the Hot Boy side. But I fucks
Oh,
with
for
Wayne
real?
like that. Yeah, I fucks with Wayne like that. That's all the rest of the stuff. I ain't follow that.
Who else you fuck with?
Shit, I fuck with in the music too. I fuck with Moneybags now. I fuck with Lord Dirt. I fuck with King Von before his demise, man. I liked the storytelling that he was doing, man. Rest in peace, King Von, man. And that's mostly what I could say about on the rap scene. Lord Scooter, I was digging Lord Scooter from Baltimore before I when I first reached
Right.
touchdown. I
Uh,
gotta give him his props. That's mostly and Missile. That was the artist. He was an upcoming artist. He went back to jail now though, man. But he was going to do the soundtrack. You know, I'm getting ready to come out with a movie and shit, Harm City
mhm.
movie from my book, because I've written 2 books while I was in prison. Harm City, yeah, Harm City. The Lost Ones. That's part 1. Harm City. Which side are you on? Is east or west? That's part 2. Harm City book. And now we doing the I'm in the production of doing the Harm City movie right now. So
Yeah, that's
yeah, man. And it's
came home.
man, transition is not easy because I started off doing all types of different jobs, stomping on bags, uh, doing house managing work, um, driving a truck for Everfresh that was a racist company. Yeah, Everfresh. I'm gonna say that because I actually worked for them, and they ain't treat you right, and they was But I did have that job for a minute, but I had to find somewhere else, and the way I landed up. So it's not an easy transition, but you can't give up. You gotta keep it moving, because there's nothing better than working, doing what you got to do, because it ain't no money in the street. Our streets are depleted now. It's disgusting. Everything looks run down, and I don't know how. This work for me, looking in from my eyesight. I don't know if it's certain corridors that is they jumping. Well, I wish you the luck, because our stuff is looking bad around here, man. So working guys, continue on striving to win, because you can make it. I'm prime example after doing 21 and a half years, and I'm working and I'm staying focused, because I don't want to go back to that hellhole. You could die in there, and it's wasted time. All right. Harm City is the production, is the sponsors for the Petty Ass Lump and Reggie podcast. This is what sponsors my podcast. I like your audience, if they could, to subscribe to my channel on
Yes.
YouTube. Yeah, Petty Ass Podcast on YouTube. I come
Definitely
on every.
subscribe to Petty Ass Podcast, man. Up and coming podcast. The Lump is my brother, man. They got good content. Go over there, man. Subscribe to their channel, man. ASAP, man. ASAP.
Yeah,
So with the movie,
yeah.
what's the movie about? And tell me about more about the books. Details.
All right. So the movie is based on the Parkite structure. What spiraled me to go out of control. But it's a fiction book. But it's telling little bits and pieces of the journey that you got to go through surviving a Park Heights and transition to different neighborhoods. All right. So it's meshed in. It's just an exciting book. It's not no biography. It's not no nonfiction. Because it's this a fiction book, and it's entertaining. All right. Now, what else you asked me about?
The movie.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
The
That's
book
that's
and the
what it's
movie,
based on.
basically the movie is a branch off of the book.
Right.
All right, cool. That's cool. So what inspired you to do it? Just your upbringing?
First of all, writing the book inspired me to write the book because I needed funds in this joint, and this will help me eat, and that's what helped me pay the lawyers to get back in the parole board lawyers. I had to pay the lawyers. You got to pay the lawyers, and ain't nobody, like you said. They don't nobody think they owe you nothing. I thought that's what I wanted to say. I beg the difference. All that work we put in the neighborhoods before we went to jail, we stand firm and protected individuals. We protected our neighborhood. That means that you had aggressive ones and you got non-aggressive people. So I feel as though if I was aggressive in protecting the neighborhood, you should protect the person behind the door. That's where I beg to do. But like you said, certain people is not built like that, and you can't be mad when you come home when you just can't be around those type of individuals, because when the shit get thick, they're not going to be there for you. So you can't hold a
Right.
grudge. All right, that's all I
Yeah.
gotta say about that. Um, and yeah, man, I thank you for bringing me on this platform, man. I enjoy your platform, and I thank you for the opportunity for showing me love, man. That's what I'm saying. We got good individuals that wanted us to link up. You feel me? Because we be saying the real, and because I got Goon Talk. They come on Thursdays. This is what I be talking like you on Goons Talk. And I'll
Hmm.
be having a panel. Like this Thursday, I'm gonna have 4 distinguished gentlemen. They're going to debate on, because somebody came on the platform and they was talking about the gangs and the religion, and they was misquoting stuff. So I got a call, say, look, I need to be on this platform when you come up Thursday, because
Hmm.
they misspoke and it needs to be addressed.
Hmm.
I couldn't speak about it because I wasn't in the gang and I'm not in the Muslim um, you know community to speak on. So I just had to be like, all right, listen to both sides. But now, all right, if you wanna have a debate where as though you know about the gangs and you know about the history and you know about the history of the religion of the Muslim thing, then we can have a platform and we're gonna sit down Thursday and it's gonna be on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I shoot this Thursday. I'm gonna be out of town.
Okay.
But if y'all can zoom me in, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have my cameras. and shit. I can set to get printed up, and you can zoom me in, like how we
I can
doing it
I
now.
can
I can
send you
still be
I
there.
can send you the link. I can send you the link.
Yeah, you can
Like
send
you
me the
sent
link,
me.
and I definitely tap in. But like to piggyback off of that, I wasn't Muslim. I wasn't Sunni Muslim on my bit. When I caught my 14 years, I grew up in the Nation of Islam by, basically, my mother whole family is from Park Heights, New York, New Jersey, that area. My father whole side of the family is Libby Heights and Garrison. So I grew up by, Mosque number 6, Minister Elliott, Brother Delaney, a lot of brothers. So when I went to Islam time, but I seen that the Nation of Islam don't got a closed door policy. And what that means is that they let everybody that was black in there, regardless if you was a gang member or whatever you was in there. The only thing that was really wasn't allowed was like homosexuality. You get what I'm saying? So you could have been any, you know what I mean? And how I got out the nation was here. How I got out the nation, how I got out the nation was how I got out the nation was we was in service one day, and the Bloods, had a hit out on one of their own and hit him, and I got locked up for the shit. So my thing was after I got locked up for the shit, like, yo, I'm in a nation, like something got shaky. And I seen that the minister, in the food wasn't hearing that. Like, yo, what I'm supposed to go and lock up because it's gang wars in service? Like, nah, I can't get with that. And I fell back from the nation, and some good brothers, showed me the seller fee. You know what I mean? So that's how I was. So what my thing was, I never got like involved because Park Ice had a thing. You probably heard about it. We had the chapter 15 thing. I came in prison and started going to prison where it was a thing of, like you said, your neighborhood. So I felt like if Park Heights or dudes from Liberty Heights had something going on, that's what I'm with. You know what I mean? I never was with being from California or New York because I'm not from California or New York. That's just how I thought. You get what I'm saying? When I lived in New Jersey, the Crips was interesting to me when I was a young age, but I was very interested as a free person to being, a Crip in my younger days, but I never did it because it just didn't happen. It just wasn't meant for me to do. But once I got in prison and seeing the different gangs and how they was moving, I was like, yo, that's not our thing. So anything I used to tell myself, I'm gonna be involved in something, this shit had to be something that was created in Park Heights because so that's how I saw it as an individual. Like shit, if you say, yo, we the Park Heights Warriors, and there's everybody from Righteous Town to Park Heights in here, if you ain't in it, you in it because you're gonna walk with, you know how you say when you first.
Mm.
Good thing I would say that being young, that honestly could say what the gangs is, the gangs stop them old niggas from getting over on young niggas too. You get what I'm saying? know they damn sure got 50 homeboys that do hot with knives. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So other than the most bullshit they did, it was like most dudes in the streets, when you jump out the porch and start hustling and running away from home, you're looking for something that obviously wasn't home. So a lot of us come out the urban, we started hustling because our fathers wasn't at home or our fathers was ran down on drugs. Or our mothers was at home working hella jobs, and all you could see in the world is the neighborhood. Like you said, some of us became trappers where we made a lot of money. All of us had a killer instinct in us because in order to survive hustling in the 90s and the early 2000s, you had the stick up boys, you had the drug abusers, you had the police department who literally did their job every day, came in the hood on some corrupt shit. So you understand what I'm saying? So coming up in that rumbling with that, when you go to prison, you had a different mentality. And like you said, the block was all I knew, wasn't a gang thing. And I think a lot of dudes be looking for fathers, and I know I just like, yo, niggas getting gangs because of numbers. I'll be like, yo, that's like saying the niggas start hanging on the block because it's numbers. It was always the real blocks had 50, 60 niggas hustling out there. The real blocks. You know what I'm saying? When you went down Central Bookings in 98, 97, it was packed to capacity. It took 2, 3 days to get out the joint because the blocks were packed. You understand what I'm saying? So because we were click tight in our neighborhood South. Who had the dope, who had the coke, who had the weed. That's the only thing that ever sold in Baltimore. That's the only thing you could ever run it up in Baltimore with. Dope, coke, and weed. Dope, coke, and weed. Dope, coke, and weed. If it's powder, coke, already right. You know what I mean? So I look at it when dudes talk about that shit, bro. Prison is a warehouse, bro. You ain't got nothing but time on your hand, bro. It takes years for you to just to come in there and get yourself together. It takes amount of time. So dudes do ignorant stuff and getting part of gangs because dudes be lost. And then after 10 years and getting all your good times taken, you realize the gang don't give a fuck about you. So I never knock dudes for getting a part of it. I just knock dudes for being a part of something and being yes men. You get what I'm saying? Being yes men. A lot of us come in the urban community and coming where we come from, yo, we started out being yes men. A lot of us got our time and being yes men because you said it earlier, taking up for the block. That's a yes man. Mean if anybody come and violate this block, I'm handling. They know that I'm a fool with it. You know, and them guys are just coming home. That was fools with it in the 90s and the early 2000s. They just coming home. You know what I mean? And then the same dudes that was getting a pot of gold wasn't looking out for them. Yeah. Because guess what? They're still in the belly of the beast. And that's what a nigga taught me in prison, yo. I just got myself together where I don't knock nothing. You get what I'm saying? Everybody got their own reason because we all got a fucked up story, yo. So nigga might have gotten that gang and thought that brain fuck that he got, that was gonna work out for him. You know, we love the worstest conditions as black men. We love to get in the jungle. We love to get it the harder way. So a lot of dudes got in them gangs and lost their life, lost their release date. You get what I'm saying? And like became total maniacs. You got dudes such as yourself and Dre who went through that whole process without being a part of it. You know what I mean? With 150 offers to be a part of it. You know what I mean? You don't gotta tell me, motherfucker, begged you to be a part of it. Told you you can skip the process. That's how gangster you is. You ain't gotta go through all what them coons went through to be a part of this. You know that. You getting what I'm saying? Because guess what? Leaders respect men, you know? So that's how I rationalize with it.
Shout out to Larry Ballard. That's on your thing, man. He gave me like, thank you for subscribing, man. He said something real
Yeah,
good.
go over there and subscribe to the brother channel, man. Like, just a real person, man. I know YouTube got a lot of real people, yo, but it's 80% fake and 20% real. And this one of the real podcasters and real people on content. What made you get into content?
First of all, what is do you know what do you mean by gangster religion? What can you decipher that? What do you mean by gangster religion? You read the comment?
I think they try to say gangster religion. They were probably referring to the Sunni community.
Sunni community?
Yeah, because they would say, the Sunni, they don't move like a gang, but a lot of
Oh well, I'm gonna touch. I ain't, that's when I tell you that's gonna be Thursday. I'm not gonna touch that one because that's out of my lane because I'm I don't really know about the gang politics because
right.
I'm a civilian and I ain't tried to learn it and I ain't tried to know. But I know I got a lot of friends that's I don't knock them. There's like that in there. That's running the shit. But
Yeah,
I don't knock them.
facts.
And I got a lot of people that's men that I fucks with that's in the Sunni community, that's like that.
Yeah, hey, one thing
Look,
about it, in
look,
order to be in any of that shit, you gotta have some heart.
yeah, I got an important call just came in. We
All
already
right, man. Hey, thanks for
so,
tapping in, man. Make sure they follow it. We gonna get up with me.
Yeah, man, I gotta get up with you. We gotta be on this set together. Is your set or my set? Man, we gotta really politic together, man. I appreciate this and I like it. So we gotta continue on politicking.
Yeah, let's go, man.
All right,
All right, bet.
bet. Shout
I mean, I ain't tripping, but that's what I like to do, man. I like to, I'm gonna start doing these live vlogs and just getting real people involved. Got high. No, I never smoked no coke, sniffed no coke. I never did no dope. I never shot no dope. I never smoked no dope. I never sniffed no dope. You get what I'm saying? Drugs I did, man. I did ecstasy before. I did Molly before. I did perk before, bro. I smoked the Heemy before. You know what I'm saying? But overall, you know what I'm saying? So that was in my younger days. You know what I mean? Like you have to go through shit to learn shit. And I didn't have a gun to my head. You know what I mean? I don't know why the sound keep going out, ball. I don't know if the phone is it back in. Is the sound back in, ball out? Tell me right now. Is my sound good? I don't know why, man. I dropped my phone a couple times, man, and that's what I'm famous for. Is the sound better now? It's the sound better. Ball out. Tell me it's the sound better. Y'all, if y'all into the thing, yeah, you good. Thank you. So I tried out, different things, and I hung out, bro. At one time, I wanted to carry guns every day. At one time, I wanted to break in houses. At one time, I shit. There's a lot of shit that I see niggas do that I would never do now or when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? I've been you understand what I'm saying? So when I see dudes, bro, I don't be giving niggas fake information. Meaning that I don't tell a young guy who think that he can go out here and make it. You get what I'm saying? Regardless of what he doing. You get what I'm saying? Watch Netflix. You see bank robbers that got away with shit. You see hitmen that get away with shit. You see drug lords get away with shit. You know what I mean? You see scammers get away with shit. You do. You do. I'm not one of those fake people to tell people, hey man, hey, you won't be that 20% to get away with it. You know what I mean? I'm not one of them people, but I'm just letting them know, hey, weigh your options. Cause 80 people get caught up. That's 8 out of 10. So you know what I mean? You can do what you gotta do, but I'm just gonna tell you this how it works. And I feel like if more people that was leaders and giving the message, and then I heard dudes like, bro, I'd rather save a tell a dude the truth. Tell a dude you don't tell a nigga you don't understand why he's robbing. Don't understand why he want to kill his brother. Don't tell a motherfucker you don't understand. You got to tell a person, hey, I understand. I've been through it before. I understand what you're going through. Hey, this is, you know what I mean? This is, hey, but this is the outcome of this. You know what I mean? Hey, if you think twice about this could happen. And you'll get more people dealing with you. You'll get more people that have love and respect for you. You understand what I'm saying, man? That's what we try to do. And how I feel about the Turk and the BG thing, because Lump ain't want to tap on it. I feel like they homeboys. I don't know what happened, why they, blackballing the Turk. I ain't gonna make a whole video like this, but dudes go through stuff, and there's a lot of things you think you know your favorite celebrity, your favorite content creator, your favorite businessman, but people go through real life shit that just ain't in the public eyes, but their little beef is in the public eyes, bro. You know, BG feel like Turk did some wild shit. Turk feel like BG taking a new fall. Both of them got shit on each other. You know what I mean? But them niggas ain't been around each other in so long, bro. Anything they got on each other is old news. So if they don't want to fuck with each other, I wouldn't even care. One thing that BG said that made sense to me is, nigga, hey, everybody can stand on their own feet. Go get your own motion. You ain't got to worry about what we doing and why we doing and how we doing it. You get what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So I just feel like, man, I wouldn't be beefing and arguing back and forth on the internet. I'd be chasing a check. Both of them boys, legend that was in a legendary group. BG had a little bit more work and I feel like BG got a little bit more emotion in Turk because he was a bigger artist in Turk. All of them were bigger artists in Turk. Turk went to jail at the height of that shit and really couldn't get himself together. So now Turk coming home, he really did need a push to really get over the hump. I really respect it, but when you talk shit and then you ain't fucking with niggas and you come home saying certain shit, dudes offended. So at the end, when you take that approach, just say fuck motherfuckers, then you gotta deal with it, bro. You can't double back. You get what I'm saying? You can't want this. You know what I mean? You know it ain't gonna be. It ain't gonna be no hot boy reunion if you don't deal with Birdman. You get what I'm saying? Because that's Birdman shit. He own the rights to all the shit. So you know what I mean? If you get the beef with him, he got the influence to change people's mind. I feel like Lil Wayne ain't cared like it was a hot boy reunion because of Turk, but he got the power to do that because he's just that big of a artist. He's just that big of a star. But nevertheless, man, everybody doing everything, man. That's just what I got for the day, man. But listen, man, hit that notification button, hit that like button, drop a like, leave a comment, share the content, man. I think I'm gonna try to tap in with my bro, keeping it a G, and see if he want to go on. I'm probably gonna jump on his channel tonight on a late night tip with him at 11 o'clock, man. But subscribe to my channel, man. Share, man. Trying to get the 4K, man. Help me get the 4K. I'm like 200, subscribers away, 400, whatever I am away, man. Help me get there, man. No fuck shit, no fake shit, no foolishness. Anything you say can and will be used against you on the internet. Raw Dope Podcast. Hey, check and tap, man, with us on Tuesday. Yo, Topic Tuesday coming up, man. I'll be back Monday, man. God knows. I'm giving you daily vlogs. I'll try a day, man. I'm gonna reach out to the fans I already got and the supporters I already got and stay more consistent with my channel, man. But make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, hit the notification button, man. We out.